Hello my owls and welcome to this new video. I'm glad that you're here. I'm Athina and today we are going to do a pick a card video from messages from your inner child. If you don't know what your inner child is or never heard of an inner child, here is a quick explanation. The inner child is a part of our subconscious that was here with us from the time we were born till now. The inner child still lives within us. It is the part of us that takes the information like a sponge. It doesn't know what is good, what is bad, and so all the informations that the child heard, saw as a child, of course, and even now, it's taking this on and making it its own belief, like all the limiting beliefs that you may heard of when you were a child from your parents, from your teachers, from your peers. Everything subconsciously was saved as in the inner child perspective, and so sometimes this hurt that we went through is still lingering till now, till we are adults, and sometimes it can hinder us grow and evolve ourselves to who we truly are without those limiting beliefs that came from the outer world. I will leave this reading open so that your inner child can say what it wants to you. This reading is also timeless, so whatever you come across this video, it is meant for you and there will be a message for you, hopefully. And now I want to show you your options. Pile number 1 has the traditional Manga tarot, and to show you a card from the deck, we have the 6 of Cups, and as a crystal we have this angelite crystal here. For pile number 2, we have the modern witch tarot. Here is the 6 of Cups from this deck, and your crystal is this lapis lazuli. For group number 3, we have the mystical Manga tarot. This is the 6 of Cups, and your crystal is this rhodonite. So now for choosing your deck and your pile, I want you first to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth so that you can calm down and choose the option with your intuition. So I want you now to close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a last deep breath in and out. If you're clairvoyant, you can open your eyes and choose your deck with the crystal or the deck that speaks to you the most. And for all that are clairaudient, you can leave your eyes closed and hear my voice. Maybe something will strike you and will help you choose your deck. pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I will repeat. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If this was too fast, you can always stop this video and take your time to choose the pile that speaks to you the most. You can also go in the description and see if in the timestamps there is your lucky number or a number you're seeing more often. There is a lot of ways to choose, and I'm sure you will choose the right one for you. I see you at your pile. Bye! Hello pile 1. You chose this Angelite and the traditional Manga tarot. All decks that I will be using are in the description down below if you are interested in it. So I will put this here and start with your reading. What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1 have for them? What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them right now? What message has the inner child of pile 1 for them? What does the inner child of pile 1 wants them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them? What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them? What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them? What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1? So the back of your deck is the 8 of Pentacles. If it is needed, I will look at it at a later time. We'll put it here. So I hope you can see the cards. I will get up so you may hear my chair. Yeah, looks good. So at the heart of your reading is the 2 of Cups. Sorry, I'm still getting over a cough, so I may sometimes sound a bit funny or let the cough out of nowhere. So at the center of your reading you have the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups for me is a card of union. It means that 2 persons are coming together to build something. It can be romantically or also work related, like a partner for your own business, or someone that will help you in this time. So there is a partnership and a union, and I can see this also with the Emperor and the Empress. They both are counterparts. The Emperor, the father figure, he is strict, has really the authority. He does what he wants. The energy of the Emperor is related to Aries. So maybe you are an Aries, or you have Aries in your astrology chart. And the Empress is a bit the opposite of the Emperor. The Emperor goes and gets their dreams done. he moves and does the things, and the Empress is more on the receiving side. The energy of the Empress is Libra and Taurus, since the Empress is ruled by the planet Venus, and the signs of Venus are Libra and Taurus. And the Empress is more of the creative nature. She waits and receives her blessings. She knows she is abundant, and she knows when to receive. She is the mother figure, so she is really nurturing. She gives birth to a child, so maybe you are currently pregnant, I don't know. If so, then congratulations. And maybe you don't want to have children yet, so maybe this is also talking about the birth of a new idea, a new project, since for me the Empress is also something like that. And yeah, so there will maybe a union, or your inner child is talking about the union of your two sides, because every person has in them a yin and yang energy, masculine and feminine energy, and we sometimes have to balance this out to get the things that we want. So sometimes you have to go into this Emperor energy and do and work a lot and hard for your dreams to come true, but you also need sometimes to take time out to rest, to know that your abundance is coming, and to just receive in this Empress energy. So maybe it can be one of those two things I mentioned. And you got the Six of Cups card that I've shown you for choosing your reading. And the Six of Cups for me is the inner child card. It talks about nostalgia. Maybe you will meet someone from your childhood, and you will reminisce about those old days when you were playing together or something like that. And maybe one of you has more of this Emperor energy and the other is more of this Empress energy, and you will find each other again. Yeah, and also I'm drawn to the face of this little child in the Six of Cups, and she looks like she is really happy and excited about the gift she is receiving. So maybe you will give someone a gift that makes the other person happy, or you will be receiving a gift that will make you really happy and excited, like a little child again. And at your end of the reading, you have the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is the card of burden, taking too much for you to work on, to hold. Maybe there is something that will happen or is happening right now. I don't know. It depends on your situation. That sorry, that is maybe a weight on your shoulders. I'm being drawn to the Eight of Pentacles. If there is still a lot of work to be done, maybe concerning doing inner child work, maybe there is something that is holding you back that you may be fearing, and you may be advised to do inner child work. well, you don't have to take the advice. Choose what you want to do. I'm just trying to relay the messages I am getting from this. So maybe you have a burden from your childhood that is weighing you down, and maybe you need to work on this. Something, a limiting belief. That can be a lot of things. For example, one of my inner child limiting beliefs was that we don't have money, or we don't have enough money. This is something my mother always said, and even that if that's not true and we had enough money, we were not poor or anything, we were just living fine. But she believed that we didn't have enough money. And as a child, you believe what your parents say because they're the elders, they know everything, they are this wise person. So maybe then me as a child, I started to believe, yeah, this is true. We don't have money, we don't have enough money. And now as an adult, I thought that we don't have money, we don't have enough money for me to do that or this. So I retreated from things that I wanted to do, but thought that I didn't have money. So I did a lot of inner child work and tried to take this belief out. And now I know that we do have enough money, that money is not lacking in any kind of way. So maybe there is a limiting belief that you hear from your parents, because Emperor and Empress can be also parents, and they were maybe husband and wife, and they gave you as a child some limiting beliefs that is now burdening you, and for you to step out of it, you have to put a lot of work into it. Sorry. Now I am drawn to the butterflies on this Two of Cups. For me, butterflies represent transformation. So maybe you are going to a transformation phase right now. If you are doing inner child work, then you are certainly transforming your limiting beliefs to something that is more truer to your situations right now. Let me see if I get something. But I will move on now to the oracle cards and see if there are more messages for you. What does the inner child of Pile 1 want them to know? What does the inner child of Pile 1 want them to know? What messages the inner child of Pile 1 has for them? What does the inner child of Pile 1 want them to know? What messages does the inner child of Pile 1 has for them right now? What messages does the inner child have for them right now? What messages is there for Pile 1 from their inner child? That is too much. What messages does the inner child of Pile 1 wants to relate to them? What messages does the inner child of Pile 1 has for them? I think that is for this deck. So, the cards may be in German, but I will translate it into English. Deine Hingabe wird getestet. Zunehmender Halbmond. It is the waxing half moon, and your commitment is being tested. So maybe there is something that you are working on right now related to the Eight of Pentacles card. And you are being tested right now with some burden, or something will happen or happened. It depends, of course, on your situation. And this is just you being tested to see if this situation you are in right now, if you are committed to it, to work on it, to get the things done one at a time. Don't take on too much work. You sometimes need to rest and receive, but don't forget also to do the work, not just laze around. And now I'm getting that it may be a relationship that you're in, and you are represented in either by the Emperor or the Empress, and maybe there are some bumps in your relationship, and your commitment is being tested with those bumps. And maybe your inner child wants you to know that if you work hard, this burden, this heavy thing will be cleared. It is just a test to see if you are committed to work on this relationship. Well, always take those messages with a grain of salt, because this is general reading, so it may not be for you. Everything, since there is a lot of person watching this video, and so there is different messages for a different person, and so on. I'm being drawn to the back of the deck of the Moonology card. Aufsteigende Mondknoten, tritt aus deiner Wohlfühlzone. It is, I sometimes get it wrong, so I think it is the North Node, and it's saying for you to go out of your comfort zone. So maybe you're being tested to see if you can come out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to something, because this is going to be a growth, because only when you leave your comfort zone and try something new, you will be able to grow and go to the destination you are meant to be. Because I think I'm not good at astrology yet. I'm still a beginner, but I think the North Node is said to be the point in your astrology chart where you're striving to be, for you to learn to be more like this. So there is a message for you that means that you will be growing from these situations. Let me take a sip of water. So, on to the next oracle deck. What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? What message does the inner child of pile 1 has for them? What message does the inner child has for pile 1? Is there any other message the inner child wants to relay for pile number 1? Is there any other message the inner child of pile 1 wants to relay to them? Is there any other message that the inner child of pile 1 wants them to know? So, taking this. So, first card is yes. Just say yes. There may be an opportunity that will come to you, and that will test your comfort zone. And you have to say yes to leave this comfort zone so that you can show that you have grown, that you are growing, because I'm sure something good is going to happen. So for now, just say yes, 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 and yes. Maybe you had a question and your answer to this question is a yes. Trust the nigger. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? For me, trust the nigger is like something in your heart. For me, it's in my heart space. Sometimes a bit in my solar plexus. That there is a feeling that is always reminding me to do this. Always saying, look, do this, do this, do this, and it is like someone knocking on the door the whole time, repeating the same message, or for you coming into your mind, always repeating something, this niggling feeling. So there is something you have to do, or maybe you know what you have to do and you have to act on it. So come out of your comfort zone and do what this feeling is trying to tell you. It may be your inner child that is coming through, saying, look, do this, this will make you feel good. Trust this feeling. It may be also one of your guides wanting to communicate to you that there is something better for you, something that will make you happy, like this little child, that will make you excited when you do this. So what is this feeling trying to tell you? Try to answer it for yourself. What is it trying to tell you? What does it want you to do? Yeah. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Yeah. What can I say more? There is something in your life that is not working out and is a bit out of alignment with your feeling, maybe, that niggling feeling. And something is just not feeling right. So what can you do to change this so that you feel more in alignment and more, yeah is yes in German. Yes, this is it. Now I'm feeling comfortable. Now I am aligned in this situation. Now I'm in this sort of flow. Yeah, ask yourself those questions that are on this card. They will give you a lot of insight. If you take your time for yourself and ask this, you will get an answer. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, you are not doing this whole work alone. If you are trying to do inner child work, you are not alone. Your guides and your ancestors are with you. They will be with you through the whole journey and they want to help you. And you are certainly not alone doing this whole work. I've gone through it. I'm still going through it. There are still some things that I need to work on. I'm sorry for the cough. So you are never alone. Maybe you think you are alone because the people in your life are not showing you compassion or showing you that they are there for you. But trust that if there is no one in the physical world that is with you and helping you go through it, in the spiritual realm, there are a lot of people that love you and that want to see you thrive, to see you happy and excited as this little child. So, and I am here with you as well on this journey. So you are not alone. You are being guided by your guides, your ancestors. I am being drawn to this wolf on this card, so maybe a wolf is a sign for you from your ancestors, or a wolf is your spirit animal. Maybe you are seeing a lot of dogs because wolves and dogs are related to each other. Maybe you have a dog. So if you have a pet dog, they are here for you as well. It's not just humans or your guides. Your pets are always with you and want you to be happy as well. And they are really a great comfort. So for the last card, you have Council of Light, Divine Orchestrations, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Yeah. This, what is happening right now, I'm sorry, is happening for a reason. It was planned before you came to this earth. And this Council of Light did make a plan with your soul before you incarnated on earth, and for you to grow, for you to go through this, to either clear karma or to grow because you want to learn this lesson. So everything is well, part of a divine plan, and everyone in the subtle realms, in the spiritual world, is trying to help you get through this. So it is again something showing you that you are not alone, that you are going through this because it was planned for your greatest and highest good. And somehow I feel like I need to say, you are doing a great job. Don't give up. Keep going. There will be a reward waiting for you. You will be happy as this child that is in the back of this card. So I will take now the last oracle cards and see if there are any last messages from your inner child. What messages does the inner child of Pile 1 has for them? What additional messages is there for them? What do Pile 1 needs to know from their inner child? What messages this child has for Pile 1? What messages from Pile 1 inner child? What messages is there from the inner child of pile number 1? What does the inner child of pile 1 want them to know? Is there any other messages from pile number 1? Is there any messages from the inner child of pile number 1 that they want to be let go? Is there any additional messages that we need? Is there any? Nope. Yep. So let me do this like so and go from one card to another. You have surrendered to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. We have again this Venus energy with the Empress that we had in the beginning. Maybe you are working too hard and I'm sorry. Then you're forgetting that life is also something that is joyful, something that makes you happy. Life is not all here just to rip you off or make you suffer. It is also something for you to enjoy, because you can't live life in any other place with this experience other than now here on earth. So don't forget to also enjoy life, to have fun now and then, to tap into this inner child energy again, and just be playful, excited, curious, and really being present in the moment of this joy. This will help you balance yourself out. And funny, we have the great serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Mars energy is a bit the opposite of Venus energy. If you know the story of, for me, it is being a half Greek, it is Aphrodite, and what was his name again? From the Greek god, I forgot. Oh no, well, there goes my half Greekness. I think it was... no, don't remember. Maybe I will remember it later and put it somewhere. But Venus and this Greek god would love themselves. Well, would love each other a lot. They were enjoying their time together. But here, it is the opposite energy. So Mars energy is also the Emperor energy, because Mars rules over Aries and also Scorpio. So we have again this two sides of energies that are together, and there may be sometimes that you are angry or you're having conflict with other persons, but try to breathe. You don't have to take my advice, like I said somewhere in this reading. Just do what makes you feel right, but try to be a bit softer to love, because the other person is also going through things, and they may not know how to behave correctly. Maybe try to be a bit understanding as well, but always with your boundaries. Stay in your boundaries and don't let things sorry, don't let them pass through your boundaries. Yeah, but try to be a bit compassionate also to yourself when you are angry. Sorry. Don't be hard on yourself if you get angry and you beat yourself up about, oh no, I was angry, I had this conflict, why did I do that? I had to, it would have been better to react differently. Don't beat yourself about this up. You are still learning. Because the next card is Earth, School, Life Lesson, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. Well, like I said, you are still learning. This is a lesson that you are going through, that you are being tested if you learned the lessons. This situation is here as a way for you to learn and as a soul to grow and evolve, because you came here on Earth to do this, to learn this lesson, to grow, because our souls are like a little bit like this, like children. They are curious and they want to know everything. They ask why, how do this happen? They are eager to learn things that are interesting for them because they don't know it. They're wanting to study, they want to learn, and this is all part of of your life, of our lives. We are going through this. I'm sorry. Let me take another sip of water. Then we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This learning will be something for you to awaken to. Maybe something will happen and you are, aha! This is also an awakening when you open your eyes to this possibility and see it from a different perspective. I like to explain it like this. You are maybe also being activated right now for something new. And maybe there is now conflicting energies in you that is a bit going here and then there, and it's not really balanced, and you now have to take a bit time to ground yourself, and take this time to integrate this new energy, this new way of thinking maybe. It is now in a process of integrating right now. So take your time, and if you need to rest, and don't forget to play sometimes, not just to work hard. Yeah. And the last card is Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom. Look a little deeper. We have again ancestors. Maybe you are really connected to your ancestors. If it is your ancestors from the Earth or from other planets, I will talk about starseeds at a later time. There are secrets that are sometimes hidden within us because our soul has learned some lessons already before coming to Earth again in this body now, in this lifetime. And there is a lot of wisdom in our soul, and that we don't know because we are hustling through life and we don't take the time to take a deep breather and to look within for our answers, because oftentimes the answers that we need are within us. Our soul knows the answers, so they have wisdom. So maybe with this card it is an indication for you to meditate, to be with you and look deep within yourself for the answers that you are needing. So with this, I'm ending your reading. These were the messages of your inner child. I wish you on your journey good luck. Don't forget, you are not alone. We are here for you, your guides, me. I am here as well. So I see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. You chose the Lapis Lazuli and the Modern Witch Tarot. I want to say that all the decks that I'm using are down in the description if you are interested in them. And I want to say a little warning that I didn't do for pile number 1 because I was not prepared for it. I had a little problem with my cough, so I'm coughing a lot. I'm okay. It's just a cough that is still bothering me. Back to healthy. Just a cough sometimes can come up. So So I may sometimes, while speaking, cough out of nowhere. I want to apologize for that, and you will maybe hear me drink more water because of the cough. Yeah, so let me sip water so that I can start fresh with the messages from your inner child. What messages does the inner child of pile number 2 has for them? This bunch I don't take, but this I will. What messages does the inner child of pile number 2 has for them? What does the inner child from pile number 2 want them to know? What messages does the inner child of pile number 2 want them to know? What messages does the inner child of pile number 2 want them to know? And voila. So the back of the deck for you is the 2 of Wands. I will come to this later if it is needed. I will put it here for now. So, sorry. So, at your heart center you have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Let me put it upright so I can read the energy a little bit better. The 6 of Swords normally talks about a transition going from some heavy energy, heavy waters, stormy waters, to somewhere calmer. It being reversed, I think it means that somewhere you are refusing to step out of this energy, or you are not able to transition to this new energy that is coming in. I say that because of the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the starting point of the Wands suit. It is the first card. It talks about new beginnings, and because it is a Wands card, the energy is fiery, passionate. For me, it is also creative. So there is something new that is starting for you, a new passion. Maybe it is a creative, something that you have a lot of energies. By starting this, you will get to the 9 of Cups, and for me the 9 of Cups is one of the wish fulfillment cards, because look at how she is sitting. She has her 9 cups. She is really proud of herself. She is sitting like a boss, to say. You see at her face that she is really happy. So maybe your inner child is trying to tell you that you should transition to this new energy, to this new passion that is trying to come out, and it will lead you to your happiness. I'm sorry. Where you are sitting there really proud of yourself, really happy with your accomplishment. You're just feeling like a boss. I don't know why I'm saying this, but yeah, it's how I can better describe it. You are going to feel like a boss. Own it. And then you have the Lovers. For me, the Lovers is either you are getting together with another person, a union, a partnership that is maybe related to this passion, to this wish fulfillment, that will help you out for you to get to your dreams. But for me, it is also balancing, being in harmony with yourself. So maybe there is a balance that needs to be done for you to come out of this situation, of this heavy situation, so that you can transition to this new beginning that will lead you to happiness. And with this Knight of Pentacles, I think you will need to work slowly and hard and have a concrete plan. For me, the Knight of Pentacles is a card that is really slow pacing. You see, the horse is more standing than moving. It is the card of slow and steady wins the race. Also, with it being Pentacles, there is a lot of earthly energy, structure, having a solid plan and going slowly through this thing. So maybe your idea will need time to grow. Maybe it's going to grow slowly, but you know the story about the hare and the tortoise. The hare thinks that he is too good and will rest in the middle of the thing because the tortoise is so slow, and the hare is just arrogant and thinks, yeah, I'm going to win this either way, so I can take my time and rest and sleep. But the hare oversleeps, and the tortoise is slowly walking his race. And when the hare wakes up, it is a bit of in a panic state and runs really fast to get to the finish line. But unfortunately, the tortoise will win. So slow and steady wins the race. Don't force yourself to work fast, because sometimes something needs time to grow to be perfect for you to have this really happy, wish fulfilling feeling that, yep, this is it. So this may be what your inner child wants to say to you. And I was sometimes looking at the Two of Wands at the back of the deck, and the Two of Wands talks about making a decision. And for me, it is also looking at the horizon, like having a vision of what you want to do, and maybe you have two things you want to do, and with this card, and maybe your inner child is saying, just focus on one thing first, do the vision for this, work slowly for this thing, that maybe at a later time you can come back and do the second one. So yeah, just focus on one thing. If there are two things, maybe this is what is keeping you a bit stagnant, that you can decide which one to do first. Just pick one first and then the other one. And if you don't know which one to decide, I sometimes let fate decide. For me, I take a coin and say, okay, first option is going to be a number, and the second option is going to be, for me, it's in my currency, it is a head, so head or tail. And then I let the coin decide, and I do what the coin said, and I will start with this, and then maybe later come back to the other one if you really want to do it. Let me see. Yeah, this was it. So I will now go to the oracle cards and see if there are any additional messages or something that I didn't pick up on these cards. Is there any additional messages from the inner child of pile number 2? Is there a message from the inner child of pile number 2 that they want to relay on? A message from the inner child of pile number 2. What does the inner child of pile number 2 want them to know? Is there any messages, any additional messages that they want to convey? What messages does the inner child of pile number 2 has for them? Let's see if I get more cards. Is there any additional messages that the inner child of pile number 2 wants to convey, to add to the reading? Is there any messages from the inner child that they want to say? Nope. Good. So, you got the new moon in Aquarius. Bring Liebe in die Situation. Sorry, my words are stuck right now. It is saying that you should give love to this situation. Maybe you are hard on yourself, and it is wanting for you to be more compassionate towards yourself, or maybe this other person that is coming in to help you. I think overall it's just your inner child is just wanting to say to you that maybe you should be more in this loving energy, and this compassionate energy. Also, a new moon, it is also a beginning of a cycle, so there is something new happening. So it may be related to your new beginning with your passions. I'm sorry for my cough. And now to the second card that you got, beweglicher Mond. Nichts ist in Stein gemeißelt. A moving moon, nothing is set in stone. So sometimes the outcome of a situation is not set in stone yet. You have still in your hands how you will get to this outcome, that you may prefer. So nothing is really set in stone right now. So maybe work hard on this thing you want to do so that you get the result you are wishing for. Yeah, you have it still on your hands to change the outcome with this card. So maybe your child is still wanting to say this to you, that sometimes not everything is set in stone yet, so you still can change the outcome to something you prefer and you are more happy with. So I will move on to the next deck. What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say to them? What additional messages has the inner child for them right now? What does the inner child of pile number 2 want to convey to them? Is there any additional messages the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say? I think we got everything. I don't know. If you were drawn to pile number 1, maybe listen to pile number 1 as well, because you got the same cards. 4 of 5 are the same. Wait a bit. Let me see. Is this the cards for pile number 2? What does the inner child of pile number 2 want to say? What the inner child of pile number 2 wants them to know? Is there any messages from the child of pile number 2? Nope. It is. Well, you got the same cards from the same deck. Cool. But in a different order. So, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Well, this is, I think, referring to the 6 of Swords in reverse. That something is still blocking you, that is not working out. And you feel that it's not comfortable, you feel that it's not right. So this card and your inner child is asking you, what do you need to change in your life for you to feel more comfortable? What do you need to align to feel more comfortable, to do this change? And maybe take some time for yourself and breathe deeply, connect with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that is bothering you? And how can you, and ask yourself also, how can you overcome this? Or what can help you get out of this funk a little bit? So, yeah. If you have a question, your answer is yes. Just say yes. In the guidebook of this deck for this card, there is a bunch of yeses. So just say yes. It is a yes. There is something coming, maybe a proposal for a new beginning, and you should say yes to it. Maybe it is going to give you this wish fulfillment. Maybe it is fulfilling your wishes. So keep that in mind to say yes. So, your next card, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? For me, the niggling feeling is something like someone knocking at your door. Well, in this case, it's more of your inner door and saying, hey, do this. Hey, do this. And it's keeping repeating, and you're thinking every time of the same thing, and it's always coming back, knocking at your door saying, hey, do this, do that. Maybe it wants you to do something. So sit in this energy when it is knocking at your inner door and try to figure out, what is this feeling trying to tell you? What does it want for you to do? Maybe it is also your inner child wanting to say something to you, for you to do, for you to feel a bit happier or more comfortable from your situations. You don't have to take my advice. Just do what feels right for you. And your last card is Council of Light, Divine Orchestrations, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. So this situation that is happening right now, or happened, or will happen, depends on where you are right now, was planned by yourself and the Council of Light. Because before we incarnate on Earth, our soul sits down with our spirit guides, with the Council of Light, and we make a plan to go through things on Earth for us to learn, for us to go through, for us to grow as a soul. And knowing also that you are never alone, because with helpers in the subtle realms, your spirit guides, the Council of Light maybe also, is there for you to help you out of these situations. Maybe they are knocking at your inner door telling you, hey, do this, do this, do this. And they are coming repeatedly with the same message, with the same feeling of wanting to do something. So trust in your feeling, and it is going to give you a good outcome. And you are never alone when you are going through something hard. Know that your guides are with you, maybe the Council of Light, and I am certainly with you as well on your journey. So you are not alone, and there is help for you. Maybe listen to this feeling. Maybe it is wanting you to ask someone for help. And yeah, this is everything I'm getting from this deck. Now let's go to the last oracle deck. What does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say to them? What messages does the inner child of pile number 2, this is too much, has to say? What does the inner child of pile number 2 has to say to them? What does the inner child of pile number 2 has to say? Is there any additional messages that the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say? Wants them to let them know? What messages does the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say, want to convey? Is there any other messages the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say? Yeah. This bunch I won't take. Is there any other messages that the inner child of pile number 2? Is there any other messages that the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say, to convey, to add to this reading? Is there anything else that the inner child of pile number 2 wants to say, to add? I think not. So let me get the cards. So, so the first card you got is, where is it? Here. Wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. Maybe you can't take this decision right now because there's something still missing, even if you want to move on, but you can't because there is still a missing puzzle piece. So maybe your inner child is trying to, your inner child is saying, wait, it is not time yet. Things are still being orchestrated so that it will fall, so that every piece will fall in their place so that you can move on. Empathic starseed is your next card. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Maybe you are like myself, an empath. Maybe as well an starseed. Like myself as well. So being an empath means that you are taking energy of other people. You may be able to read their energy. Maybe you feel what they are feeling. And when you take on too much energy from other people, when you are taking on their feelings, it is sometimes hard to discern what is your feelings, what is your energy. And with this card, what your inner child is also trying to say to you is maybe you need to cleanse yourself with smudge. Maybe Palo Santo is something for you, or sage. You can also take a cleansing salt bath. Just put your intention to it that all the energy that is not yours, or feelings that is not yours, are being washed away. You can also take a shower and do this. But try to get back to your own energy. I'm sorry. Because you are absorbing things that is not yours. Sorry, I took a sip of water. Yeah. Then the next card is Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. Yeah. With the Knight of Coins and with these two cards, your inner child is trying to say to you, take a bit slower, don't rush, take your time, take a breather. For empaths also, go to nature. Nature can help you take on the energy of the others that are stuck on you and transform it back to light, so that you will feel lighter. Maybe grounding with your feet on the grass is something that will help you come back to your energy, show you everything is going to be all right. Just taking time and slowing down more. Maybe it's your head that is going round and round in circles, and and by grounding yourself and also cleaning yourself from the energies of others, your mind is also going to calm down. This is something also I experienced a lot by being with other people's. I take on their worries, worrying energy better, and so I start to worry as well, and my mind goes in circles and it just won't leave me. But if I go cleansing myself from this energy, go ground myself, this worry just kind of disappear, because it wasn't even mine to begin with. Maybe this pile is also for me, reminding me, you take a cleansing bath. And your last card is Heareth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yeah, you are my starseed pile. So maybe your inner child is also saying that you are missing something, for a place that feels like home, a place where you are comfortable, where you think, yeah, this is the place I want to live in, this is my home. You're missing this because you are not there. It is hard for starseeds also to be on Earth, because most of us live in a higher dimension, 5D, 4D, or a little bit upper, and Earth is currently in the 3D realm. So for starseeds, the energy of Earth is a bit denser and heavier, and they are not accustomed with this energy, and they long to go back to the home where the energy is better and more comfortable, and things like this. But also with this card, it is also reminding you to find your home in yourself with cleansing yourself, going to nature. You will find this inner peace in yourself, because some starseeds, their lesson to learn is also to find the home in their own body, in this present moment, and not long for something that is not here, but trying to bring this feeling from there down to earth, to their body, grounding it in this present moment. And yeah, you can feel homesick. It is hard living here in Earth. I know this feeling. I also like to gaze upon the stars with this longing feeling to go back up there again. But yeah, it's your inner child is wanting for you to slow down, to take a breather, to work slowly, to wait that some things are still being prepared for yourself, to cleanse your energy. If you can take some time in nature, going in for a walk in the forest, visiting a lake, a riverbank. If you are near the ocean, go to the ocean. Do something that makes you feel comfortable, where you can really slow down, take a breather, coming back to yourself, and giving what is not yours back to the earth, to Mother Gaia, and ask her for her to cleanse yourself, to bring this energy back to the light. And yes, this is everything I'm getting for you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. You chose the Rhodonite and the Mystical Manga Tarot. If you are interested in any of the decks I'm using, all the decks are linked in the description down below. I want to give a little warning. I'm still trying to recover from a cough, so I may out of nowhere cough a little bit, and I'm really sorry for it. I may not be able to cut it out while editing, so I apologize beforehand. Let me take a sip of water before I start. So let's see. What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants them to know? What messages does the inner child of pile number 3 has for them? What messages wants the inner child of pile number 3 to convey to them? What are the messages the inner child wants to say to pile number 3? What does the inner child of pile number 3 want them to know? What is the messages of the inner child of pile number 3? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say to them? What messages are there for the inner child of pile number 3? What is the message that the inner child of pile number 3 wants to convey? What does the inner child of pile number 3 has to say? What is the messages? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to convey? So, at the back of the deck you got the 10 of Swords. I will put it here, and if I need it I will take it back. Let me move it so that you can see the cards. Good. So, at the center of your reading you have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a major arcana and the only one in this spread. And the Hanged Man talks about being stagnant, but for a good reason. You are in this stagnancy to change your perspective, because something that you're going through, something that is happening right now or happened or will happen depending on the time, needs for you to stay calm for a bit and try to change your perspective from your point of view to something different. It may be something that gave you a heartache, because right near we have the 3 of Swords, and this 3 of Swords sometimes, or a lot of times, mean that your heart was broken, that you were hurt, and maybe the Hanged Man is trying to show you another perspective, that maybe you had to go through this to learn something. Your first card was the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is a card that means that you have either you walked away from something, or you will walk away from something that isn't emotionally fulfilling you anymore. You can see it because this person in the deck is walking away from the 8 Cups because it is not what this person wants. So they are going away because they listened to their intuition telling them, look, this is not for you. It is better for you to walk away right now. It may be hard to walk away from things that we think are good for us or mean for us, but it will not lead us to our happiness. If you walk away, I see with the 4 of Wands that you will have happiness. This is also a card of celebration and sometimes wedding. I'm not sure if you are engaged, you may sorry, you may have your wedding date soon and you're preparing for it, or you will get married, but after you left something and you've changed your perspective. Or it could be for some of you that you thought that this person that you wanted to marry was the right one, but after changing your perspective or getting hurt from them, you see and you feel that they are not the right one, and so you will leave them. And with the 7 of Wands, you may be defensive after this hurt, because you don't want to be hurt again. So you're standing firm and saying no. not letting anyone get to you. But somehow you may be getting confidence out of it, because I'm focusing on the face of him in this card, and he has this confident and fiery eyes saying, you won't get me down. So maybe out of all of this whole situation, you will get more confident and protect yourself from things. Because also the 10 of Swords can mean betrayal. So you may have been betrayed by a person that you thought was good for you. But the 10 of Swords is also the end of the suit, meaning that this situation you went through with your hurt and everything this is the end, and a new beginning can start from this. I'm sorry. So don't let it get you down. The end is near, and I hope whatever happened that broke your heart, that you are able to heal from this. Let me see if I get any other. Nope. I will move on to your oracle cards to see if there is any other messages. What messages does their inner child has for group number 3? What does the inner child of group number 3? That's too many. I will leave this here. This was the first one that came. What does the inner child of group number 3 has to say to them? What additional messages does the inner child of group number 3 has to tell? What messages does the inner child of group number 3 has for them right now? What does the inner child of group number 3 wants to let them know? Is there any messages for group number 3's inner child? Inner child of group number 3 has any other messages for them? What is the inner child of group number 3 wants to say? This is it. Okay. So let me put this. Oops. It flew right out of my hand as well. So it really wants to be in this reading. So with the first card, you've got the new moon in Aquarius. Bring Liebe in die Situation. This means that you should bring love in this situation. So giving yourself the love that you need, not being harsh on yourself as well, because sometimes when we get betrayed by other people, it can be that you blame yourself for not seeing that they were fishy or something like that, and this is not something you should blame yourself. There are a lot of people that are good actors and can conceal their true self, let's say, or their bad side, whatever you want to call it. But sometimes this also results from a hurt that they had in the past. So maybe try to be also understanding towards them, that maybe something even in their lives sorry, was something that made them who they are right now, and they are coping it with their behaviors. but it is also not an excuse to use something from the past to excuse their behavior. So try to be, when the time is right, to forgive them and bring love into this situation. The next card you've got is the full moon in Pisces, spirituality und Machbarkeit. I've read the first one in English. Spirituality and practicality, I think it is in English. It means that you should balance your spiritual side with your with something more practical, like doing practices consistently every day, like meditating for 5 minutes or less. You can start with 2 and then build up to the amount of time you want to meditate. It doesn't have to be meditation. I recently discovered that sorry, chanting is something cool. I'm got this chant from Rebecca Campbell. She is the author of a lot of books, and also the 2 oracle cards that will come after this one. And we made it was a chant for calling in the feminine energy more into our lives, the nurturing energy. And I really had fun, and when I try to meditate, my head always spins in circles. So with the chanting, I was concentrating on putting the words out there, so my mind calmed down and I could stay in this more or less grounded state. So maybe search for something that does you good. It doesn't have to be meditation. You can also gaze upon birds. This has also a meditative state, or watching a river. I sometimes get in this state when I'm at the beach and I watch the waves of the ocean. I get in this meditative state. So I'm sure you will find something, and maybe also try to put your spirituality a bit more into practice in your day-to-day life. Yeah. And then your last card from the deck is full moon in Cancer. Ein Problem löst sich auf. A problem that you're faced or is going to dissolve. This problem is going to disappear, or you will find a solution to this problem. And so I think this card is here for you to not worry about this problem, that the solution and this problem will go away. And now I will go to the next oracle card. What is the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say to them? What is the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say to them? What additional messages does the inner child of pile number 3 has for them? What does the inner child wants to say to pile number 3? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say? Is there any other additional messages that the inner child of pile number 3 wants to convey? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say? This is it. So your first card is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Maybe you are working too much to find a solution to this problem, or you are overworking yourself to not think about this problem anymore. Your inner child wants you to take a break. You are not on a treadmill that you have to keep on going. It is okay to sometimes take a break, because everyone gets tired, and you should listen to your body and give it a break and relax. Maybe it is also a little bit connected to this spirituality and practicality, because taking a break can also be meditating for you to calm down and loose up a bit from your tense energy. And yeah, I'm being drawn to the moon here. It even looks like the moon on the Eight of Cups, and the moon energy is a feminine energy, a nurturing energy. It has also to do with water, and we have here 2 water signs, Pisces and Cancer. So maybe it wants you to also listen to your intuition and your body, and it will give you the answers that you are looking for if you calm down, take a breather, and listen to this inner feeling, this inner voice of yourself that has a lot of wisdom to share. And you will know when you have to take a break, so then push yourself and listen to this voice. Yeah. Then there is the next card is Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? Well, I was currently with the first card saying, yeah, you should listen to your inner voice. And what do you get? Answer the call. I didn't even look up to the card, even if I had it in my hands. I was looking always here. So yeah, what is it saying to you? What does it want you to do? And for you to be able to hear, because the voice of your soul is gentle and quiet, so it is really subtle. So for you to be able to hear it, you have to calm down your mind, and it helps if you meditate, because with meditating you concentrate on your breathing, and with this you can listen to your inner voice, to your soul more, and get what it is calling you to do. So, and it will repeat its messages, like when every time you are calm and not into your head and thinking about hundreds of things, it will sorry, let me take a sip of water again. It will repeatedly say what you have to do or what way to go, because it wants to lead you in this direction and help you. So it is subtle and gentle, but it will also be persistent. So try to answer what your soul is calling. And then you have no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. There is something maybe you've asked about and your answer is no, because it is not good for you, or the time is not right. It says for you to wait, to postpone, to pause. It can also be for you to wait, be in this Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man doesn't take any action. It is waiting. seeing the situation unfold, waiting for the missing pieces to come together, for you to take the action that is needed, and also to change the perspective. So it's beautiful how the cards work together. So wait, take a break, breathe, and try to listen to your intuition and your body as well, because your body also can tell you if something is good or not. So this is all from this deck to the last deck. What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say and convey? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say? Is there any additional messages that the inner child of pile number 3 wants them to know about? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants them to know? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants them to know? What does they want to convey? What additional messages does the inner child of pile number 3 still have for them? Any confirming messages? What does the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say? What does they want to convey? Is there any other messages that the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say and to convey? Is there any messages that the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say and convey? Any other messages that the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say and convey? Any other messages that the inner child of pile number 3 wants to say or convey? No. Just one card for this group. You are not for everyone. Embrace your awareness. Face your true north. This card means that your energy is sacred, and not everyone that is in our lives is worthy of this energy, because maybe they take up on too much of your energy and let you be depleted, or you don't receive the same amount of love or energy from them. So it can be that you should put on better boundaries to these people and not meet them as much as you maybe did in the past. But it is also a card that means that you should show your authentic self to the outer world, to embrace how weird you are, how funny you are, whatever. This is also a card I often got, so you're not alone on this. With showing your weirdness to the people. It may be in the beginning awkward, but with time you will see that the people that accept you for who you truly are the people that will do the same amount of give the same amount of energy to you as you give to them. So it will be a healthy balance. And you will also be able to face your true north, your true destiny, your true path, because being your authentic self and saying what you like, what you don't like, will bring you to the path that will lead you to your destiny, your soul purpose, whatever you may call it. I'm sorry. So, yeah. This is all that I'm getting for you, pile number 3. Thank you for being here with me, and I see you in the next video. Bye!